guys. So thanks for being here. So, okay. So what we're going to do is, this is going to be a what's coming toward you reading, or I really like these. I really like the who's coming toward you, what's coming toward you, because it just kind of gives me a way to do open spread, but it also kind of talks about maybe something that's coming in that you're unaware of or unexpected. So I'm just going to let this take me wherever. And we're going to use the Oracle of the Awakening here. There's going to be 4 piles. Okay, pile 1. What's coming towards you? Pile 2. What's coming towards you? Pile 3. Pile 4. Okay. So, pile 1, we have Sacred Rest, Retreat, Balance, and Restore. Pile 2, Ancestors, Guidance, Protection, and Lessons. Pile 3, Vulnerability, What are you really feeling? Dissolve, Release, Identity, Merge with Source. I've never seen this card. Okay. All right, guys. So there'll be a little bit of a meditation after the intro here. If you want to take a deep breath, focus on which pile you feel most drawn to. Sometimes we may be drawn to more than one pile. There could be a message or advice for you or someone else in the other pile, so take that into consideration. And timestamps for everything will be down below, and I'll see you at your pile. Hey, pile 1. So with the Sacred Rest, Retreat, Balance, Restore. So this is going to be, it's kind of an open reading, but we're going to try to figure out, you know, what's coming towards you here. And right off the bat with this card, the owl, of course, represents wisdom. And you have this lessons, like, to me with the moon, I always think about experience some sort of cycle, like going through some sort of cycle, because I feel like you always face, obviously, this big full moon during that, where there's emotions and things that run on a higher level than maybe they normally do. So there's some kind of an emotional experience maybe that you're coming from, and you're in a time of retreat at this moment. It's like you're in a time of taking a break, trying to use this wisdom that you've gained here from lessons perhaps, and try to, you know, restore yourself. Try to figure out here what it is that you've actually learned from your experiences, and implement those moving forward towards a new opportunity or a new cycle. And that's George wanting in, so you're going to have to just hold on just 1 second. Come on. I'm sorry. Sorry, guys. So George is on a diet. George been eating too much. He's not that big, but he eats too much. And he has a tendency to get a little hefty and unhealthy, so I have to put him on a diet. And if he comes to my door wanting in, he'll come in wanting in, and then when I go to get him, he'll turn around and go running towards the kitchen, which after he already had 1 bowl of food, and I'll have to catch him and make him come lay down. Or he'll go try to eat again. Took me a while to figure it out, but I got him figured out now. Look at that high priestess energy as I'm talking about that. Okay, guys, sorry. Maybe that story was relevant, or you're needing to hear something. I have to say, there could be some trigger warnings here, so, you know, take a deep breath and see if you can ride that out, or if not, you know, come back to this video later. You may see things differently. Page of Swords. All right, this is the Tarot of Curious Creatures. Take a deep breath, guys. What is coming towards you? Pile 1 with Sacred Rest. What is coming towards you? 2 of Wands. You are at a crossroads. You have a decision coming towards you. You're sitting at a crossroads here, and it's funny because you know what's interesting about this? There's a lock here, a key here, but the door's open. So what is she looking at that's locked? Because the door's open behind her, right? It's like you're looking at something that you feel like is where you're stuck or trapped. You're bound by something. This opportunity that's... Oh, George, you scared the living daylights out of me. Why are you on my table? I'm just going to have to leave him, guys. I don't know what his deal is. But this cat looks kind of similar to him, right? So you're sitting at making a decision. I'll just put my cards down here, George. Thanks. There's a decision coming towards you. Needing to make a decision. There's one situation that you're looking at, but you feel like that you're stuck, trapped, locked into something, bound by something. And the other part of it is you have a key right out that door, right? Onto a new path. What's coming towards you? The Magician. Okay, so just a slight news flash here. Y'all are in this Gemini energy and this Virgo energy. You are taking everything, you're analyzing everything, and you're trying to structure it, make sense of it, in what it is that you want moving forward. So you're going to be in a manifestation kind of energy, which I think is important to know, because when you're in this higher vibration, you can really make things happen for yourself. So, Nine of Swords. There's fear around this. There's an anxiety that kind of steps in, right? And there's your owl looking at this, making a decision here. Trying to manifest some sort of decision, direction. That's what it is. I think that you're having anxieties here, and you're trying to manifest some sort of guidance or direction on what choice to make. I think there's fears around making the wrong choice, and maybe whether or not you're capable of making something happen, or making something play out, if you have what it takes, even. Ace of Wands in reverse. There's that path, right? There's your ace. This is what you're trying to get to. It's in reverse because there's anxiety backing it up. There could have been, you're afraid of... I think that you guys may be afraid of rejection or afraid of losing something. There's the branch that's on this. You're resting on that Ace of Wands. Either, I don't know what the time period of this, for everybody it can be a little bit different. But you're resting on this Eight of Wands, like trying to retreat, trying to restore yourself. I think you feel burned out. And there's a lot of fear here of being either rejected or choosing the wrong direction or wrong path. Being afraid of that. That's the Ten of Pentacles, and my son's in there singing happy birthday, so there may be something here that, like, a birthday may be important or something like that. This Ten of Pentacles. This is the goal, right? Look at this timeline, by the way. You have a decision on your hands here, a direction that you need to take, a path you need to take. And there's anxiety and fear around the rejection behind that, or choosing the wrong path, or losing the opportunity. Not knowing what's going to happen is something that's here as well. I mean, you're just afraid of... I think this could be committing to something with the Ten of Pentacles. Like a fear of commitment here that's coming out. This could be afraid of losing some sort of stability. So you're having to make some kind of a choice or sacrifice here for some of you. Maybe sacrificing your safety or feeling of security. Why is the Two of Wands here? What is this decision around? What does that have to do with? Page of Cups. You're going to get some sort of message here where there's going to be a decision that's going to have to be made. Let's just say somebody called you and they said, hey, and there's somebody that you're emotionally connected to in some way. And they're saying, hey, you know, I'm following you. Let's say that. Say, I'm driving behind you. I'm following you. What path are you going to take? Because I need to know what path to be on. And you're sitting there saying, oh, gosh, I mean, I don't know. Actually, I don't know which decision I want. And you start going into trying to manifest that, trying to figure that out. And it starts to cause anxiety, start to build up. Why is the Magician here? Justice. What's right? What's the right thing? What's fair? What's in balance here with this? What are the pros and the cons? You're trying to manifest some sort of justice. You're wanting some sort of justice here to manifest. Balance to manifest. Nine of Swords. The King of Pentacles in reverse. You're afraid here. For some of you, this may have to do with, like, you may be in a marriage, you may be divorced or getting a divorce or something like that's going on. This is a pentacle, so it has to do with the way that you're seeing something solid, a stability, right? And you are very nervous here about this King of Pentacles in reverse. So you're seeing somebody not in their best, right? You're seeing somebody where you feel like that, you know, it may be being stubborn, or they have a fixed idea, or their inability to be able to compromise or comprehend maybe your fears or your anxieties. There's also something to do with stability around that. Something that's important for some reason. The most important for some reason. Why is that? Why is the King of Pentacles in reverse? This is a lack of loyalty as well, by the way. The King of Pentacles is like the father or the husband. Long-term, someone that's solid, right? Loyal, respectful, all those things. To be admired. And being in reverse, it's like you have a fear around this with somebody or within yourself, you know, maybe living up to something. The Ace of Wands in the reverse. The Ace of Swords. Interesting. I think that one of your greatest fears is that you choose the wrong path. You choose you may feel that way. I think this is an anxiety because it's backed up by that Nine of Swords. Ten of Pentacles here. You may be rejecting someone's truth. Or someone is... They may be rejecting maybe communication here, even with that Ace of Swords. The Ace of Swords is all about wanting to communicate a truth or face it. And I think that the truth is that maybe you don't want to make a choice here. Or that this isn't the right path. You know, this is a fear. But is it true? Why is the Ten of Pentacles here? The Nine of Pentacles. This could have to do with going from being independent to committed. This can be it's like you're afraid of not being happy in the long run here, where there's a lot of time or energy involved, right? And Ten of Pentacles, where there's a lot accumulated even. There's a fear around this, and maybe perhaps losing what it is that you have earned, or just being in some kind of stability where you don't feel stable or secure. That's a risk. That's one thing that I think that you're afraid of here when it comes to this decision, the Three of Swords in reverse. Whether or not there can ultimately be something that's healed here. This is like I'm afraid if I get to this point and something doesn't transpire, if I make the wrong decision, it's something like I'll never forgive myself for this, or this is going to be so horrible to have to get through, right? But there's forgiveness wrapped up in this. So in somehow or another, this is overcoming some sort of pain or grief and being optimistic, having to continue like through that cycle. This is a fear that you have. The Three of, look at that, wow. The Three of Wands in reverse. This is actually the card of a fear of the unknown. This is whether or not you're going to get your heart broken here, right? In the long run. You're afraid of not having, you may have not great evidence of that being a possibility, or it's like, so you had the 2 and you're stuck, and going backwards to the 1 because of the 3. It's like getting to this point is what's causing the anxiety, because you can't see it, because it's in the future. Way before making you have to choose the path. What's going to happen here? What's going to happen here? Moving forward. The Five of Pentacles. There's an abandonment here. Someone abandoning something, or someone isolating. There's a feeling of feeling left out in the cold. What's going to happen here? The Hermit. Yeah, you're going into isolation. And this is what we're talking about here, sacred rest, you know. So this may have already been the case here for some of you. If not, this is what it's going to lead to, right? Introspection. You're going to have to go, find yourself again, pretty much. It's like, it's a feeling of finding your courage, getting back to that place to where you feel strong and capable and, independent and driven and good about yourself, getting back to that place. That's what the Hermit energy is for. This is how you're coming out of that introspection, right? Is feeling more confident, feeling better about yourself. And it takes almost abandoning something or feeling this way to do this, to get back to yourself. Ten of Cups to get back to this. This is like whatever it is that you feel like that you're losing. I feel like however this comes out, through this process and this introspection and kind of finding yourself or finding your confidence, it leads you back to happiness. The Ten of Cups. Why is the Five of Pentacles here for what's going to happen? The Six of Cups in reverse. Letting go of something of your past is here. Finally kind of releasing some sort of memory that may have been hurting you here. Or this could even be someone. But this is getting over something, growing past something. A bird just landed on my window, guys. And then flew off. So it's like freeing yourself from something here. Or someone. This is a memory, okay? The Six of Cups is a soulmate energy as well. So it's someone that, memory, someone that you've, this is like sadness, you know, being cut off from the sun. Being cut off from the sun.
I let the dot in.
Sure.
That the being on there will be out.
Oh my goodness. Sorry. Leo energy here with the sun. There's this missing here, like missing someone or missing an opportunity or having to go through a period of isolation. Feeling abandoned here. There's healing here in your past that also is something that needs to, some kind of abandonment wound here that maybe you feel from your past that you need to let go of in order to be happy. There's something that's here that you felt abandoned at some point. This could even be like a mother thing, guys, because this elephant, I'm just now noticing, that's different for the Six of Cups, but this is a mother and a child. But there's something to do with, this is the card of abandonment and healing when it comes to this, or shining light on this, even. Something like that's coming up, okay? It's going to be a result of this experience, and it's going to be when you feel isolated or alone. Ooh, Knight of Cups just popped up. This causes you to go into introspection about what love means to you. What is love to you? What do you really feel? Right? What's really going on here? Why do you feel this certain way? You know, why are you wanting to pursue this or wanting to go in this direction? Why do you feel a certain way about someone? There's also somebody here that's coming towards you. This is thinking about coming towards somebody or somebody coming towards you. Queen of Wands. The Moon in reverse. We have Pisces, Cancer here, and Sagittarius and Virgo. After a period of isolation here where you're healing from something of the past, you're going to go into introspection about how you really feel. And you're going to come out on the other end of this. There's some sort of illusion here, or the Moon in reverse is a lot of things, because it's like when you, like the sun, you know, it's kind of shining light on something. And coming out of some sort of illusion, you know, I think that that's the biggest part of this. I think that you're coming out of some sort of illusion that you had about yourself, that may have been keeping you stuck as well. The Ten of Cups. Look at that, Queen of Cups. For some of you, you may be breaking your silence here with someone. That Ten of Cups with that Queen of Cups, that is such like mother energy, by the way. So this could be a parent dynamic for some of you. Not everybody, but you have that backed up by that Ten of Cups. So this is like, I mean, this is a lot of love right here. This is the Queen of Cups and the Ten of Cups. This is having a lot of love for something or emotional fulfillment here, right? Tell me about this Knight of Cups. Feeling somebody that you feel emotionally satisfied, emotionally fulfilled with, that you have love for, right? After a period of introspection, some of you, this could be advice from someone that may be in your family. Interesting. King of Wands in reverse. Leo and Cancer and Sagittarius. I think I said Pisces, Virgo. Right? And Leo over here. Who's the King of Wands in reverse? You know what this could be, having love for yourself. There's somebody here, guys, maybe giving some kind of advice. About not taking a risk on something. I don't know who this is. Not risking something, though, is here. I don't know if this is advice on someone that may don't make a foolish decision. That's what I'm looking at. Like someone that would say, don't, basically like, don't be a fool, but don't make a foolish decision. Because there's the King of Wands, which is all the wands, the decision maker. The decision maker's right there. There may be a Cancer that around some sort of advice around here, or a Leo or Aries. There's some sort of conversation about self here, okay? I'm taking a leap in, this is Leap 2.0, by the way, which is a special card in this deck, so it's about second chances or another chance. Knight of Wands. This can be over something that's like, don't be immature about a situation. This could be somebody that you feel like maybe somewhat of a player. Here you have a Knight of Wands, Seven of Cups, or this could even be you and looking at your options or wanting to kind of explore new possibilities, right? Going on this adventure here and being kind of emotionally confused about what to do, right? And you have the loyalty there with the dog, looking at what am I going to commit to here and not knowing. There's advice going on here. There's advice going on here over here. Judgment. I landed on Judgment. Wow. Scorpio energy. It's about transformation, facing responsibility or facing accountability, facing judgment, and you have the King of Swords that's right underneath that with that Five of Wands in the world. The Devil and the Hierophant. Four Cups. Two of Swords in reverse. It's being indecisive, waiting too long to decide something. Being indecisive or feeling blocked. There's commitment here, feeling blocked from some sort of obligation or commitment. And the Devil and fear around that, or some sort of toxicity of, this is fear of commitment. Just FYI. I mean, commitment card, the Devil, fear of commitment here, right there. Capricorn and Taurus in the world. So this is like ending your fear of committing to a decision. To maybe part ways here and make a decision to kind of reconcile your differences and kind of part ways. Or there could have been, this is like making amends, where there's been some sort of disagreement or conflict here. This is like releasing the tension, right? Making a decision to release something that's been causing you some kind of stress or chaos. Respecting each other's differences. This may be a resolution of some sort. And then you have a King of Swords here, which is trying to make a smart decision, a logical decision. What makes sense in this scenario? There's not a lot of emotion that goes into this, because he's making this judgment call here. Aquarius energies there. What do I get after that? Man. I don't know if I should get some message cards or not. Let's see. There's somebody's coming towards you. What do they want to say? Let's just see. Look at that. Yes, it's too late. If somebody's coming towards you, what is it that they want to say? I fantasize about you. I can't do this. You may have been, or somebody may have been kind of covering a lot of things up, or just kind of being under rose-tinted glasses, about something, trying to maybe avoid something, or just not seeing something for what it is, making, an illusion around what something could be. And then, what would this person say that's coming towards you if they could? Whoa. What's going on here? You were the best thing in my life. There may be two energies here. Sorry, I don't know where that came from. Some of you may have been looking at these cards going, that sounds like one person, that sounds like somebody else. So if that's the case, it says, you came closer than anyone. You're the best thing in my life. I can't do this, and I fantasize about you. I hope that you're happy for me, and I am waiting patiently. What else would this person say? I'm feeling two energies. Y'all are going to have to use your own discretion about that. I can't pinpoint it exactly. I saved your texts and messages. You were the best thing in my life. I saved your texts and messages. I love myself enough to walk away. There are two people here. Somebody may break their, this is other side message here. Somebody may break their silence here with someone that they have a past with, or they feel emotionally connected to. They may kind of tell everything, or express, or to somebody that they feel emotionally connected to, that's that advice person that keeps coming back in. It just keeps coming back in. Guys, this is somebody that could be anybody in their life. It could be someone they have a past with. It's just somebody that they feel emotionally connected to. And this person's advice is, I mean, don't be a fool here and make the wrong decision. It's telling them not to be impulsive. Anything else? You can't come with me. What is that about? What is that book? Not sure about that one. I pretend that you don't mean that much. There may not be, something may not be able to, like you may have a relationship here that with someone that just doesn't work, or it hasn't worked. And there's like self-fulfilling beliefs around this in some kind of way. There's someone trying to hide how they really feel about something. Okay, nothing there. I'll leave that there. Let's get some advice. Well, good luck. I don't know if you're the one making the decision or someone's making a decision, or, I mean, it depends on this King of Swords with Judgment. You know, someone is in the space to where they are really looking at something and thinking about it. You know, they are thinking about what choice to make, right? So if, I mean, that's either you or someone else. What advice do you have for Polwyn moving forward? I mean, leave your fears behind. They're stopping you from this relationship from blossoming. If there is a fear of commitment here, then that's obviously what that's pointing to. But I mean, there's also a fear of actually choosing that path and going down that way, right? That may be keeping you stuck in some kind of cycle with someone or something that keeps, you know, just keeps repeating itself in some way. Sorry guys, I had to pause. What else? Leave your fears behind. Oop. Come here. Beware of codependency. Addictive behaviors are affecting your romantic life. There's something here that could be affecting you making a decision or moving forward, you know, or choosing a path, right? There could be something there that's keeping you from being able to do that, that may be some kind of addictive behavior. You just may be repeating the old cycle, or there's something here that is giving you something that you need. Kind of, maybe to get your mind off of things, because there's a squirrel on my fence and he's just staring at me, and it got me distracted, and I was thinking getting your mind off of stuff here with this addictive behaviors. There may be something here like a coping mechanism or something like that that you may be codependent with, that you may be not acknowledging. This could be anything that you indulge in. This could even be tarot, guys. It can be very unhealthy. You know, if you find yourself repeatedly watching them. Now, you can watch readings, and just because you enjoy the reader and you like listening to their voice is soothing or whatever, you know, and you can sit there and listen to them. If it's someone that you know, it may give you some kind of sense of comfort, or, you know, for whatever other reason. But if you're actually like doing readings, listening to readings, like you're just really wanting to know something or something like that, and you're doing it in a repetitive way, it will become toxic, right? Because you're dependent on that supply to help you manage something. And there's something like that that's there, and it could be, could be around some kind of fear. It keeps you from being afraid, right? Or something like that. Could be a fear of abandonment. It keeps you being afraid of being rejected, or feeling of that feeling of abandonment. This is like when we turn to things like alcohol and, you know, other substances. Anyway, I'm going way off into that, and gratitude. You need to be grateful for the love that's present in your life to attract more of it. And they are the one. You've already met the romantic partner that you seek. And have faith. Yeah. The angels are working behind the scenes to make this relationship flourish. Having faith here in a situation, trying to leave your fears behind. Some of you, if you have a fear of commitment, you could actually have a fear of codependency and not realize it. Like, you could detach yourself in a way because you feel like when you start to feel like you are reliant on someone, maybe even emotionally, you know, with being codependent. It's like you have to have that person for healing in some kind of way, and you have a hard time doing that on your own. This is an opportunity for that that's here somewhere with this sacred rest. And kind of focusing on relationships maybe in your life, focusing on other things that you are grateful for, can help you to raise your vibration, of course, right? You start thinking about people in your life. I'm going to tell you a story. I was going through something one day, right? I was just having the hardest time. And I'm a Cancer, so I'm a hermit most of the time. I'm very introverted, and I'm somewhat extroverted, but I can be. But I am more so my natural self is very introverted. And I have close friends that I've been friends with since I was probably in the 6th grade, right? And they have remained just those friends, you know. Cancer's like stability, home, that feeling of once you find that bond there with someone, you kind of continue to nurture that, stick around. And we find people in our lives that are those same ways, and those people last in our lives forever, right? And it's a great connection, but I don't get to talk to them or see them very often. The one day, right, that I have a hard day, and I'm rough on myself emotionally about some things, and you know, that just happens from time to time. It just happens to us when certain things happen in life and they kind of start to sink in, and that's important to release that grief or that pain or that process through that. That happened to me one day, and I felt lonely. I felt like I just needed some kind of support. And 3 of my friends, no lie, that I have not talked to all 3 of them in a while. It had been some time. All reached out to me on that day and the next day. Now, how strange is that? Is that not a gift? But it reminded me to be grateful. There are other relationships in my life. There are other things going on in my life that I want to attend to and be, you know, grateful for. But, you know, sometimes you just need to be reminded that they're there, I guess. And this is, you know, going through this process or being in some sort of isolation or retreating is a way to have gratitude for those connections and for those relationships. And being grateful in any relationship where you feel like that someone appreciates who you are authentically is, a great relationship. And if you have those, definitely stay connected to people like that, for sure. They'll bring you back up when you're down. Right, we all need help with that. They are the one. You have already met the romantic partner that you seek. Some of you, there's just something that you're needing to overcome, right? And I do feel like whatever that is for you guys, you will overcome that. For some of you, this is about yourself. This is about realizing through this process that who you are. Reminding yourself who you are. Reminding yourself of who you are and what it is that you have to offer. Right? Okay. Let go of the need to control. Make an effort. You may sometimes, like, your consistency of give and take may be off at times because you may be trying to control being able to have faith in the situation. This is like looking for evidence to have faith, basically. And faith is blind, right? Blind faith. So that's going to drive you just bonkers right there, right? Think about that. Okay, so let's get one more for overall advice. I'm actually going to use Postcard from Spirit because I feel like y'all need it. And I just picked this up just like this. So let's see what this is. Willing Release, number 49. Wow. Woo. I felt that one in my chest. Willing Release. This is like this faith. You know, you make wishes. And whenever you make a wish here with the dandelion, that's faith. I mean, you're just making that wish and you're just hoping for the best. You're just going to send it on out there in the universe and hope to get it back to you, you know. But that's not always the case. But you can't control that. You know, you can't figure out where it went. If it's doing its job, if it's doing what it's supposed to do, you just blow it and go on, right? And I think that this is something that you're going to realize or understand as a bigger picture of everything. A lesson on faith, right? This is the number 49, by the way, as well. So I was laughing because that's a butterfly, and butterflies are about transformation. The number 49 can be 13, which is death and tarot, and it's about transformation. So it's releasing something that is painful or difficult, but being willing to kind of release something in order to, you know, you just have to have blind faith that it's going to work out the way that it's supposed to. Whoop, that popped right out when I said that. So let's see what it says. Love your dreams. Dear wonderful you. Intimacy is scary sometimes. It means that you have to let someone else get to know the real you. That's what I was talking about with these codependent kind of energies that are here in this, you know, having gratitude for the relationships that you're in and how they appreciate your authenticity. It says, it means that you have let someone else get to know the real you, not the perfect, flawless mask that you wear for others. No, it's time to reveal the cool one, the passionate one, the imperfect one that is totally you without artifacts or walls. Yes, you will be exposed and vulnerable for some time, but it will be worth it. This is the only way that you will know true closeness with others. You will also be close to Spirit and to us. There is an amazing freedom that comes with when you let go, willing release, and just be yourself with another or a group. Release from the invisible bindings that keep you from intimacy is truly empowering. So, may we support you wholeheartedly in this choice. Wow. So I'm going to read that again because that just gave me goosebumps. So may we support you wholeheartedly in this choice. You will know yourself better, and we hope learn to love yourself as much as we do. Life is about who we are with others, so share it. You will be so glad that you did. Loving you so, so much. Oh my gosh. This whole entire situation may lead you back to something, someone or something, or it may lead you back to something that you want now in some way, shape, or form. But this experience has put you through a process to where you're releasing some things that you've been holding on to that have to do with yourself. And you're learning a lesson about faith and allowing yourself to be yourself and knowing that that's going to pull in or draw in the people that you're meant to be with, that you're meant to be around. But this whole thing helped you to become more true to that, who you are. It kind of helped you to love yourself again. You know, every time we have to heal ourselves, our love for ourselves should get deeper and deeper, because we've been there holding our hand through the process, and we know how difficult it was and what we went through. You know? Okay. That's my only rant for y'all. Or maybe my only one. I don't know. I might have ranted through this. I did warn y'all about trigger warnings here. Oh, look. I pointed out the butterfly, and there it is. That's so cool. How cool, huh? So you have the strawberry here. Having something sweet, enjoying things. You know, a strawberry, whenever you haven't had one for a long time and you finally like sink your teeth into a big old strawberry, how good it tastes. It's like you remember. It's just like yourself, like getting back to yourself in a way where you remember how you know, great you are. You know, how you've grown and how you've evolved through that process of healing, like what I just got done talking about. You have an O and a 2. So O is about taking a leap and making that decision that this whole spread is about. Making a decision to take that leap, take that risk. 20 or 2 could be important. You have a U, an H, an N, a V, an L, a K, a Q, and that's all. So I'm going to leave y'all here. Hulk is in the bowl. I don't know if that means something to somebody, but Hulk is there. 20 is also judgment in tarot, and that's kind of funny because you have judgment as your overall bottom of the deck energy. So that's pretty cool. And that is that Scorpio energy, transformational energy, right? Transforming. Okay. Now, I've ranted definitely long enough. I just saw 444 on the timer, which is a number of protection. Remember that. Always, always remember. If something is not going in the direction that you want, even if that just means that you need to stop and think about things, it means that you either need that time or it's not going to be the best thing for you, right? So, just remember that. All right, guys, I'm going to leave here. So, thanks so much for being here. Thanks for all your love and support and kindness, of course. I hope this helps. Good luck, and I hope to see you soon. Hey, Paul 2. So if you chose the ancestors here, guidance, protection, and lessons. So what is coming towards you? Well, there could be someone here that's coming towards you. This could be somebody that is helping you, giving you some guidance. This could be somebody that's trying to help you through some sort of lesson that you've experienced. But this could also be that you are, you know, going through some sort of old cycle here, or you're looking at some sort of old cycle here and how you did or didn't maybe protect yourself in that, or it's like you're going in the past to gain some sort of wisdom, which is kind of funny because pile 1, there was something that was kind of like that there, but it was a little different. Here, it's like you're looking at how far you've come or how much you've grown, right? There's just this hermity, analyzing kind of feeling about this. And through this, you're gaining some sort of guidance. You're understanding some sort of a lesson here. Perhaps this has to do with protection or boundaries. Okay, so let's take a look and see what we can figure out about what's coming towards you. We're going to use, what am I going to use? I'm actually wanting to use the Modern Tarot. Calm down. The Modern Witch Tarot here for you guys. Good grief. Okay. Trigger warning, by the way. These readings may come across as a little bit harsher, like Three of Swords is right there. So if you're not ready to recognize, there goes my voice, the Six of Wands in reverse. If you're not ready to see something, you know, you're not ready to face something here, or something's triggering you in this kind of a way, you may not be ready for hearing it. So maybe come back to this reading at a later date. Don't ever sit through a reading that's uncomfortable or makes you feel, you know, feel like you're getting good, solid advice from. You feel like it's causing, creating some kind of fear in you that you didn't have before, or you're starting to getting more anxious. Definitely not something that you need to kind of stick around for, right? Because you're just not ready to hear it. It's just not settling with you the right way. So you're not going to get anything out of it, but maybe not something good, right? This is kind of what I was talking about, so I might put it back in the pile. But the Nine of Wands in reverse is like something that tests your faith so much so it's like you can't do a whole lot more, right? It's like a struggle is there, and it's too much to take on. So that way, I feel like you're just looking for trouble, right? So, okay. That being said, I guess nobody needed to hear that. So what is coming towards you, pile 2? So you have a message. Okay. So with ancestors here and the way that she's looking at her, this could be a message here. Oh, for some of you, this may be a message that you're receiving here from a past loved one. Some sort of sign or synchronicity or something here that's going to help you kind of connect with that person's wisdom. I think this is a frequency. Interesting enough. I know this feeling because I just had this similar feeling here the other day. Someone that you admire, you look up to, right? You're wanting to gain some kind of guidance from. You may get some kind of message here from that person. The Three of Pentacles in reverse. This could be breaking your commitment here, or something not working out, or a message about something not working. Two of Swords in reverse. Feeling blocked, you know, or feeling like you have to make some sort of difficult decision here. I may move these cards down, but let's see. And Strength. Leo energy. Having to find your internal strength here. Because you're left with, I think, no other decision but to do that. There's something to do with you feeling like you don't have any other decision but to be strong. What is this about? Page of Cups. Ten of Pentacles in reverse. There's just like a message of, this could be a message from someone close to you, someone that you had a wish fulfillment with at some point, or you're emotionally fulfilled with at some point. This could be an apology with, you know, not being able to give someone what they want, you know, or an apology around some sort of heavy loss. Three of Pentacles. The Nine of Swords. This is like breaking a commitment here. Someone being worried, being afraid, being anxious here. That someone's, you know, you can't trust someone, or they're not going to work with you, or something's not working out. The Two of Swords in the reverse. The Knight of Pentacles. This can be like slowly making a decision to cut someone out. Or block something from moving forward. Strength. And having to be strong to do that. Yeah. King of Wands in the reverse. You may be trying to hold back being impulsive. Maybe making a decision too quickly. Yeah. I mean, she's looking right at this King of Wands holding that pentacle. This can be being determined. Why is the Two of Swords in the reverse? The Six of Pentacles. Something not being imbalanced, or this can also be like someone giving that advice or communication here. Making a decision here to give to a situation is, or stop giving to a situation here, is difficult. King of Wands in the reverse. Five of Wands in the reverse. This is being internally strong, and this could be like swallowing your pride here, having to swallow your pride in some sort of way. Or by that, I don't mean that you're doing something that's not, that is bad on you in any way. It's like when you know you need to apologize, you know, and having to gone through the courage to be able to go towards that person, you know, and make that happen. There's something like that that's here, or someone around you, right, that's coming towards you. Having to be internally strong. And this may be coming from advice maybe, or this can be also like parting ways here with someone, and it's internally there's a struggle there with, you know, parting ways here with someone. This can also be like not wanting something to change, right? Hoping someone, wanting something to change or hoping something would change is here. That Knight of Pentacles, or Knight of Wands, I'm sorry. But it is about having some kind of expectation there. In reverse, it may be having too high of expectations over something like being resolved here too quickly, because you have that slow down here in the forward moving energy. Whoa, okay, the Six of Cups in reverse. So trying to heal from something in the past too quickly is something that is here. And having to be internally strong here as a result of this to get through this. Because that Six of Cups in reverse is like you've been resisting some sort of change, right? Or you feel like there's still, things aren't getting any better here with something. Interesting. Why is the Ten of Cups here with that page of, yeah, the Hierophant here? Someone broke a commitment, or there's some kind of an apology around this. Breaking some sort of commitment. What does that have to do with? Or you're not happy here with the way things played out, or the outcome of something, how things unfolded. This is a 5, so there's that 5 again with that change. So something's changed here. The sixes are like trying to move forward. Making decisions and committing to something is blocked or not happening. There's a slow-moving energy towards that. That could be causing some anxieties or fears. Okay. Why is the Hierophant and the Ten of Cups here in reverse? The Queen of Swords in reverse. This is somebody that you may feel like is kind of, you know, this can be like feeling misunderstood here. This Queen of Swords in reverse can be somebody that's misunderstood because she is very hurt. That's why she's misunderstood. She's hurt so much so that even it turns her into something she doesn't want to be. And I know what that feeling feels like. And I think most of us do. And there's a message around this. This may be advice, though. Something to do with sending a message here, or someone sending a message about this, and a ways of advice. What is this? What I mean? That everything is fine. There's something to do with someone pretending, I feel like. Pretending here that everything is fine when it comes to maybe a broken commitment. a heartbreak here. And then Ten of Cups in reverse is like you lose that emotional fulfillment, which is a sense of safety and security emotionally, right? Why is the Nine of Swords here with that Three of Pentacles? Death. There's an ending here, or someone that's afraid of that. There's someone here that's afraid of something being over. Death. You do have Libra, Taurus, and Scorpio here. Leo. You may also fidget or have some kind of fidget that you do, because I'm sitting here rocking back and forth, which is weird. I've never done that before. But it reminds me of somebody sitting in their chair kind of rocking back and forth, thinking. And that's where this anxiety here may be coming into play. Thinking about ending something, thinking about a transformation of some sort. Tell me more about the Death. The Ace of Pentacles in reverse. You may be afraid that you've lost this opportunity, or fear of losing an opportunity is something that's here. For some of you, this may have to do with a job, and I can see that here as well. And some being turned down or something like that is here, and they're kind of sending you this like apology, you know, about that. We have to let you go or something like that is there. And there is anxiety around losing this, fear of losing this. And it could be financially or something like that. For some of you, this has to do with the relationship, okay? Something like that is there. And you may be, either you're getting advice from someone, or you may be even trying to get something from someone financially. With that Six of Pentacles is about a generous offer. But, I mean, this could just be, I'm thinking about slowly, like, offering something here, but I can't decide, you know? So, or someone can't, right? This can also look like something that became confusing, right? Something that became confusing. Like whether or not a situation was giving to you. Yeah, the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. Whether or not a situation would give you what you needed, right? That foundation that you're looking for. This is also for some of you, I'm sorry, I kind of went like crazy there for a second in my voice. For some of you, this is something financial, I'm telling you. You have it like all over. But there's another scenario, right, of someone. For some of you, there's something to do with karma here as well. I mean, what is that about? Tell me, give me one more for that. What is that? The High Priestess. Some of you have this inner knowing that you may not feel I want to try to explain this, and this is where that trigger comes in, I bet, that I went on a rant on in the beginning of your reading. Here it is. So I'm going to get a card before the Five of Pentacles is in reverse there. You're trying to get out of the cold here about something, and there's some kind of message, document, information, something that you're unclear about until you receive this. If things are going to change or not, or if you're going to get what you need here from someone. There could be someone that's indecisive about giving you something. This could actually be an institution or something like that, because you have Justice here with the High Priestess. There's some sort of mystery behind this, whether or not you're going to feel safe, feel comfortable, have that sense of security in something that's here. I know this is different. This is here, but this is something. You may be somebody you're dealing with some heavy stuff in your life right now, and you have other things that are happening that you can't really focus on or put your attention to. And it may be something that you're keeping to yourself here, but it's creating some sort of friction in other places. Make sense? There's something here you may be dealing with. Okay, I did go on a rant. Dang it, I did. Let me see what... This over here is something else. This is like a peaceful resolution or having a backup plan, or this could be like... This King of Wands can be an entrepreneur, someone that you know, that you can go to, or a father figure, somebody that will give you advice or something like this. But you're conflicted about that. And you have to be really internally strong to go to this person. For others of you, if this is, you know, a relationship or something like that, then this is somebody here that is so you can't let go of something here. You can't let go of something here. Somebody can't let go of something here. And I'm not a great energy around this. There's some hasty energy around this. Okay. And I have to point out, because I'm hearing it, that looks like cotton candy in that. You know how cotton candy is a lot? You may be making somebody or something. You may be making a bigger deal out of something than it is. Or something like that, right? Like cotton candy, you know, it just dissolves easily. What do I mean by that? One card. What do I mean by that? The gold digger. They want your money. You're being used. There's something here that's pushing on this memory. This is the trigger, okay? You may have felt like somebody used you in the past, or someone could be using you now, you know? Your fear is around this, like someone using you in some sort of way. This can also be like what I said. It's funny, I talked about money and all that here. It's like having to be internally strong because you don't want to repeat a cycle of the past. And you're recognizing, you know what that is. Even if this is just you and you're not with somebody, it's like you don't want to you want to be independent or something like this. You don't want to have to use anyone else or anything outside it. You want to become independent, but you're having to, you know, go get some help from others in some kind of way for survival, you know, with this Five of Pentacles here in reverse. Something like that is here. Others of you, I don't want to repeat that cycle again of being used. And so I need to be internally strong here in making a decision or blocking something off. What's the future hold? Pets. So being loyal is something that's here. Also, a pet could be important. You may be getting a new pet or giving a pet some more love. You may be loving on your pets more. You know, I'm going to tell you something crazy. I have 2 golden doodles, right? And it's so funny because those dogs have actually come into my life as far as, like, I've allowed them into the house. You know, I moved into this house not that long ago, so it took me a little while to get to them, allow them in, you know. And, of course, I also needed to get them very much so groomed. Golden doodles are hard to groom. And, anyway, once it started getting hot, I started letting them in the house, and I went and got them groomed and everything. And man, I love those dogs so much. I don't know why I make them stay outside, but they are dogs, right? I feel like dogs need to explore. But when dogs are around you, they're just so loyal. They're so loving, you know. I feel like there's just like angels, right, for humans. But that might be important to you, or something like that might be important. My dogs always seem to come around at the times that I need them when I don't even know it. you know, needing somebody just to lay on the couch and cuddle up to you with. George does that, but he's a little ornery, so he doesn't let me move around or nothing. Do you, George? Yes. Luck is on your side here with this, okay? Someone being loyal to you or making some kind of commitment here is something that's here. That you're going to come out of this in whatever way. You have fire sign here, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, and they'll be back. So expect to hear from them soon. For some of you, this is the case. You know, somebody here that's loyal to you. Luck is on your side here about the situation, and yeah, they'll be back. No, it's not the right time. So something may not happen as quickly as you want it to, but I feel like it's going to happen eventually, you know, for you. But you're going through recognizing some things here that you need, or some things here that you need to think about or work on, or some boundaries here maybe that you need to set, you know, maybe even for yourself. But there's time here that's important, okay? Did y'all see that? I hate to mention this, but I can't not. These are in reverse, which usually means for me to stop at the bottom of the deck. But it says pregnancy, divorce, and liar with vacation. I don't know what that means to you guys, so I'm just going to leave that there, okay? Okay. Deal? I don't even want to dive into that. I'm just going to go ahead and say that if that was your message, something maybe you needed to hear, I don't know. So let's take a look. This is your future energies here. Let's see if we can get a little bit deeper information about just that. I guess we'll use these. What's pets here for future energies? Okay, look at that. Heart with a key. Welcome, love, meeting the one, opening your heart and getting together, and perfect. And the dragonfly. You know dragonflies eat like 100 mosquitoes, or can eat like 100 mosquitoes a day? I did not know that. Dragonflies are awesome. I'm going to start putting flowers around my porch that attract dragonflies, because we get tons of mosquitoes. Be lighthearted, finding out, things coming to light, adapt, change, and heal. So there you go. There's a healing process that needs to happen over here. Nurturing yourself, getting through something, perhaps, in order to open your heart fully. Okay. Yes. What is yes here for future energies? What is yes? Chaser. If you're wondering if someone here is going to come towards you or come back, I feel like they will. I feel like they will at some point. This is also may be that you're recognizing you may have a fear of abandonment here. Why is the fire sign here for future energies? Abundance. Keep a positive mindset. Manifest exactly what you want. Gratitude and bliss. So there's someone here in your life, fire sign, that may bring you some kind of abundance here in the future, or this could be, it says manifest exactly what you want. So you may be getting what you need. You know, a message I'm just now getting is you may be getting what you need, but you have to go after what that is. I don't feel like this is something that's going to come to you. Even though this says they'll be back. What is that? Yeah, with that chaser there. Camera, yeah. Reminiscing, keepsake, perception, learning from the past, and making memories. Yeah. If there's somebody here, make a healthy choice. Take care of yourself regardless of whatever situation. Do what you need to do for yourself regardless of what's around you. And it may not be the time right now for something to work out or something to happen, but that doesn't mean it won't, okay? There's something here going on that needs to be repaired. There's something here that's going on that needs to come to the light here. Someone needs to open their heart, I feel. Change, perhaps. And I feel like luck is on your side here with this. You can never go wrong when you do what you feel like is best for you. Because, you just have to have faith that either way, you did in that moment what you felt like at that time was the best thing for you. Right? And then allow the pieces to fall. You just have to make a healthy choice for yourself. Okay. This is fear of abandonment, This could be an apology here for abandoning a situation even. Or leaving someone out in the cold. Okay, let's get some advice. I just saw separation. Yep, there it is again. See, time apart from your partner is on the horizon. I am getting that vibe, if that's something that's here, with that Three of Pentacles in reverse. Tell me more about this. What advice do you have here for pile 2? Third party situation, okay? Other people may be interfering with this relationship and dimming its full potential. Whether that's actually someone that's there that's doing that, or that's just, something that's going on internally, Something to do with outside interference in some kind of way is affecting things here. And it could just be that you're waiting for that decision to be made, from someone. And open your eyes. If someone shows you who they are, believe them the first time. Yep. And divine timing is here. Be patient and wait for things to unfold. Yep, like I said, the connection is worth the wait. Somebody's going to make a return here. There's some kind of apology here of leaving someone out in the cold and not being honest. Seeing something in a different perspective is what needs to happen. I think it's what's going to happen. If this is you and you're waiting for something from someone else, this can be like you're seeing that in a different type of way. You're seeing it for, like it can get better, or you needed that so that you can do something on your own. It pushed you in some kind of way of what you needed to be pushed. Well, even if it's something that was uncomfortable. You needed to. I feel like you needed to make a decision, or, yeah, maybe about someone or how you feel. Or it's just nurturing yourself, doing what you need to do for yourself, right? Okay, bottom of the deck is overthinking. Playing negative scenarios. That's that 9 of Swords, by the way. In your head is creating issues which aren't there at first. So if you're not worried about something and then someone or something's just, you start getting in your head about it, especially if you're getting advice from someone, or, that's just a struggle altogether, right? Because what's good advice? If you're trying to make healthy choices and you're trying to evolve and change or heal, you want something to go to the next phase, you want to get somewhere here. If you keep playing those negative scenarios over in your head that it can't happen, I feel like that's when it doesn't happen, But there's something to do with that there for some of you. Okay, off of that. I'm actually doing a postcard from Spirit today. I feel like they're necessary. Ooh, guys, you ever forget you have warm coffee and then remember? Man, that tastes good. Okay. over time, you may have seen something that you didn't see before with the situation here that was dimming the potential of something. Okay, here we go. Dearest you, there are times that you get lost but refuse to see the part in things. Happens to everyone. Wait, let me rephrase that because there's important. And it's a message that came through here in a way. There are times that you get lost but refuse to see your part in things. Happens to everyone. Something feels similar but sort of off. If you're feeling confused, it's best to throw away that map that you're using, which only lets you navigate based off of your past experiences. This isn't what you need right now. Instead, take a deep breath and open your truth. So if you've been rejected, neglected, whatever the case, something's not worked out, or you're looking at something like, it's just not going to happen, this is what always happens, that kind of thing is there. It's telling you to take a deep breath and stop that and kind of just open yourself up, open your eyes here to maybe you just need to be patient here, or timing is important, or allowing something to unfold. It says, something here is worth the wait. Message. If you're feeling confused, it's best that you throw away that map that you're using, which only lets you navigate based off of your past experiences. That isn't what you need right now. Instead, take a deep breath and open to the truth. A desire to stay in denial means that part of you doesn't want the responsibility for the pattern that keeps showing up in your life. This, yes, is right time to wake up and start again. By the way, you always get another chance. You have unlimited chances to start again. We love you so much. We really do. Be gentle with yourself. Coming out of denial is like being temporarily blinded by a super bright lights that allow your eyes. You have to allow your eyes to just open your eyes. Carry on, special one. A beautiful life awaits. Loving you so, so much. There's something here that I feel like you're opening your eyes to, and for some of you, this may have something to do with yourself, like how you got into a certain situation, or how you found yourself, in a place that you are, and you've like recognized and had self-awareness for that pattern that you keep repeating, and what parts you played in that pattern, so that you can fix that pattern, moving forward. And that's hard too, because we first feel when we recognize some things that aren't so great, how we cope or deal with things, or it's a pattern for us that's not good for us. We start to feel the more negative emotions when we recognize with it. We start to feel shameful, guilty, maybe inconsiderate, or, all these like feelings when you see something, or neglected, or, just parts that you played that maybe caused to the damage in things. We start to feel all these immediately in the beginning, and it's incredibly painful to see yourself in that way. It's almost like making a mistake and then realizing the mistake that you made. And you have to go through that process after you open your eyes up to it, because like this card says, it's being temporarily blinded by super lights. Allow your eyes to adjust. Be gentle on yourself. Coming out of denial is like being temporarily blinded. So that's something that's here, and over time I think that you're going to see something that maybe you didn't see before, of how a situation was handled, or how you got into a particular place, especially when it comes to making healthier choices, right? Moving forward. Okay, guys. Let's do some initials and charms to close. All right, Judgment Day is here. Or this could be that Ace of Pentacles as well. This reminds me of both. So it's like taking an opportunity. Could be the lesson, with that facing judgment and coming out of denial, like we talked about before. Taking the opportunity to look at the lesson that you've learned here in this instead of being too fixated about the feelings. You know, you have to pull yourself out of that eventually and think, okay, you know, what was done, and the only thing I can do now is make better choices, make healthier choices moving forward. You know, that's facing judgment there and taking that opportunity and that lesson and moving forward. So you have a 0. So the full energy, which is taking a leap of faith. You have the 6 here, which is the Lovers in Tarot. So making a choice within a relationship or what it is that, you know, or choosing yourself even is something that's there. Okay, so you have a W, a T, a V. TV may be important. An M, a W or M, WWW. Or MMM, I guess. You have an N, a C, a V, an X, and an H. Okay? Alright, guys. I'm going to hold this up so y'all can see it. And I'm going to leave it here. So thanks so much for being here. I definitely hope this helps. Good luck to you guys with this. If you don't mind hitting that like button, it really helps me out a lot. I appreciate you. Oh, there you are, over there. Down here. Here you go. Good grief. So not paying attention to that. Sorry. Okay, guys, I'm going to leave you here now. Thanks for being here, and I hope to see you soon. Bye. Hey, pile 3. Well, I already lost my voice right there. Trying to talk, man. There it goes again. Okay, it's back. So vulnerability here. What are you really feeling? Well, with this vulnerability, I feel like you may be in a kind of a, what do I want to say with that? A paradigm. You may be in some kind of paradigm. I don't know why that word's coming to mind with this here behind his head. It's almost like I feel like some of you may be confused, or you may be trying to figure out what you align with here. You may be trying to see a higher perspective of something, or it could be raining where you are. Rain could be important. I don't know, I have to point that out. But you could just be in a place to where you feel a little sad, maybe a little bit disappointed here. And you feel vulnerable here. And where this condition that you're in right now, you're feeling vulnerable. What are you really feeling, though? You're trying to figure out how you really feel about something, okay? When this, whatever this is that comes towards you here, you're trying to figure out how you really feel about it. Okay. We're going to use... No, we're not. Okay. We're going to use this deck. This is the Lost Unicorn. Decisions, huh? Everybody's making decisions. You may be trying to decide whether or not something is abundant, or there's a lot of stuff there. Okay, let's just dive into this, okay? Man, I just felt a really heavy energy all of a sudden. That's that vulnerability. You feel very vulnerable. How are you really feeling? Okay, I can't really, this deck is all sticks together, so I'm going to have to pull the cards a little different. Vulnerability here. How are you really feeling? What is coming towards pile 3? Well, the Empress is in reverse, and the second time we've seen her, so she wants to be seen. You also have the 6 of Pentacles here in reverse, so there could be a soulmate energy here, someone from your past, I have to say. 6 of Pentacles in reverse. It could be a lesson that you've not learned here from the past, perhaps. You could be repeating a cycle that you feel like is not good for you. You have Justice here in the reverse, so there's some unfairness, maybe. Some unjust or something like that that you feel like is here. You have a Libra, Taurus, and that's it. Lots of Libra energy. You may feel like there's some kind of unfairness that's here. Being unfair. Someone or something being unfair. Queen of Pentacles. I'll get one more. Capricorn energy for me. You have a 3 of Wands and the 6 of Swords that both came out. This is like waiting for something to get to a calmer place. I don't know if you're giving someone time here. This can be like, this card is different, right? Because it's the unicorn that's going off. And he's there. He's like, there's protection around whatever this is or whoever this is. This is like keeping someone in, though, you know? There's something here you're wanting to keep safe or secure, but you're waiting. Waiting for something to get to a calmer place. Waiting for something to happen. Or someone is. Remember in these readings when it's what's coming towards you, it could be someone else around you. And I just tasted a apple, pear, maybe a temptation when you're at your vulnerable point, you know. Why is this Empress in reverse? What's this about? The Three of Swords in the reverse. There's forgiveness here, or healing that's here, but this is the vulnerability here. This is like the Empress in an energy of being vulnerable, you know, wanting to protect your heart, or not knowing how you feel about something, really. This Empress in reverse, sometimes it can be that there's some sort of like domestic thing going on, or that you don't know how you feel here about getting over someone or something, about forgiveness, forgiving someone or something, or whether something is you're going to overcome something. Something's going to grow or become abundant, right? But this is also opening your heart up. You may be hoping for someone to open up their heart and forgive. And that's why you feel vulnerable, perhaps. Or someone is. Why is the Six of Cups in reverse? The World. There may be someone here that's letting go, or letting go of something of the past, closing a cycle, and, you know, this could have even needing closure here over something of the past. I feel like there may be something here that you feel like is over. It's the Eight of Wands in reverse. Maybe this is being frustrated. The frustration is over. The miscommunication here being over, or needing to let go of something here. We're going to have to keep going so I can figure this out. Someone may be frustrated with how things are communicated, or this can be someone that's kind of running away from an ending. This is delaying something, delaying perhaps an ending around a soulmate energy. Delaying communication. There could be travel involved here, or maybe delaying travel. Putting something on the delay. Why is the Justice here in reverse? The Hierophant in reverse. Wow. Taurus is here. This is feeling like a commitment's not fair, or someone's morals aren't right, or this is like when you can't get on the same terms as somebody. Somebody isn't taking responsibility maybe for a broken commitment here. This is like not showing up to court, you know, with the Hierophant and the Justice here. It's like not showing up and taking responsibility for something. And this could have been part of a communication or a conflict surrounded by this Three of Swords and the ending or a cycle closing out here. Something else about that Hierophant. This is maybe someone wanting to try like a new approach, perhaps. But feeling like it's an unfair approach. Why is the Queen of Pentacles here? The Five of Cups in the reverse. That's making amends here with someone. You may be stopping someone here from moving on. There could be travel involved here as well. Or that's important somehow. It's like stopping someone here from moving forward, moving on. Someone's trying to heal, right? They're trying to heal. And someone else is like preventing that person from healing. The Six of Swords is like going towards, you know, moving away or something and going towards something that is calmer. But these swords, this, you know, the Knight here is keeping this, she's a unicorn, stuck. Because she's a unicorn. You know what? She's unlike anything else. Yeah, somebody here, I don't know if this is you for somebody or someone else, okay? And they're you're feeling vulnerable, or someone's feeling vulnerable here in this, because there's an idea here of someone moving on. The Five of Cups in the reverse. This is acceptance, accepting the loss or the disappointment and moving forward. There's two energies here. I'm reading this like a story, and I guess it's because it's the last unicorn. You know, it is a story. Give me some more information about the Three of Swords. Come here, just want one. Okay, well, not that one, I guess. More information here about the Three of Swords. The Emperor. The Emperor with the Empress and the Three of Swords, guys. The Emperor with the Empress and the Three of Swords. There's forgiveness that's here, or a resolution, or healing. Someone taking control of their own healing, you know. This is the divine masculine, divine feminine energy here, so counterpart energy. With the Hierophant and the Queen of Pentacles, this could be someone that you are in a long-term connection with. You could have been married, or this is someone that you see this person as that, you know. That Queen of Pentacles, she's the wife or the mother. Or the grandmother, you know, it's just that solid. These two aren't seeing eye to eye. They're not on the same page here. And there's forgiveness that's in between them. And a lack of communication around an ending when it comes to a soulmate energy or letting go of something of the past. A lack of commitment that's hurting the connection, causing this vulnerability in the connection, I feel like. The Hierophant in reverse. Four of Swords in reverse. So there's some overthinking about maybe what's right, what's wrong, like what makes sense, you know, with things. There's some overthinking here about this. This is like when you go, like you go from the Three of Swords to the Four of Swords, you, in the, well, the Five's here, but it's the Five of Cups, and then the Six. So you literally go from that Three of Swords and that pain and forgive, the situation, or heal heal yourself here. Maybe from feeling insecure or neglected in some way. There's definitely that wound that's there. And this is overthinking a commitment or overthinking a belief. And it being unfair, or feeling the unfairness is in the middle of your spread. So it's like, this is my way and this is your way, and we can't come together and make sense of it. We keep kind of overanalyzing it or overthinking it. You're just not getting to that place where you understand one another's belief around what was fair, what's not fair. Right? It's the blockage that I'm seeing here. Why is the now hold on a minute. Five of Cups is something that's happened. This is an energy of accepting something, moving on from something, releasing the grief from something or pain. You have a Knight of Wands in reverse. Yeah, I mean, that's somebody who will hurt you. This Knight of Wands is like hot and cold energy, back and forth. He's only out, really for himself or his own needs. He's reckless, right? There could be anger here, frustration here. Let's see what else we have. It's based off of this Five of Cups. So Knight of Swords in reverse, King of Swords. Knight of Wands. King of Swords, Aquarius energy. There's some kind of truth around this. Accepting the truth around something. And the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. This is like when someone is dead set in their ways, or they feel the need to defend their reckless behavior. Like, this is someone that's determined, but not for the right reasons. With the Knight of Pentacles being in reverse, he's determined. He takes his time because he's trying to help everybody. But in reverse, it's like he's helping everybody because of how it makes him look. He's not helping everybody because of the good of his heart, right? There's something to do with that here. This is like when someone's being vulnerable. They're feeling like their mask is fallen off. Their true colors are being shown in some sort of way. Knight of Pentacles is like when someone lacks responsibility, and then they try to defend their reckless behavior. And this is something that, maybe you're over it. There it goes. There it goes. There goes the voice. This is accepting either someone wanting you to just accept this, right? Or you're just ready to move on from it. Goodness. So sorry, guys. Six of Swords. Two of Pentacles in the reverse. There's somebody here that doesn't want you going anywhere. It may look that way. That Two of Pentacles in reverse is someone that's, they may be asking too much of you. It's like you already have enough on your plate, or it's just too out of balance, or, give me more on that. Woof. Ace of Wands. For some of you, I feel like this is someone that doesn't want you to have other options. This is like a plan. I have to think of something here because I don't want this person going anywhere else. Give me one more. There's something else here that I'm not getting. Somebody's gonna try to save something here, though, with that Ace of Wands. They may come in kind of fiery, even. Because they're a little, like, this is somebody that's kind of trying to hurry and come up with something or trying to figure something out, right? They're a little disorganized here whenever they come towards you. The Four of Cups in reverse. Whose energy is that, though? The Four of Cups in, it could be both of you, but whose energy is this Four of Cups in reverse? Because it's acceptance. Look at that. You know what this says to me? I love you, but I can't trust you. I love you. He literally is trying to write that. With that Four of Cups, I asked who this was, the Four of Cups. Be careful, because there may be somebody here that's coming in for their own selfish reasons. I'm going to ask about this. Because you have a Queen of Pentacles, King of Pentacles, Capricorn, Virgo, and Taurus energy. You have Gemini here with the Lovers. This Four of Cups is like making a choice or accepting something. I think somebody's wanting you to just accept something here, and I feel like maybe you're not. This can also represent wanting a new experience, you know, wanting to start over. This King of Pentacles in reverse can be when someone feels like they're losing power over a relationship, you know, because of, you know, being stubborn or not being committed. This person, even at some point, they were afraid. I know this is harsh. I gotta say what I'm feeling, man. At some point, they may be afraid that they'll get bored of commitment or bored of something. They're fighting against this because they recognize a connection here. This is the Lovers. This is like when you feel it, you know. This is someone that needs to accept responsibility here as well. And I don't think this person's fully doing that. For whatever reason. It's like they're just not taking full responsibility for something. It's their reckless behavior. Look at that. I know I messed up everything. They feel vulnerable. I scared myself that day. They're not. Well, how are you feeling? Well, maybe you needed to hear this to know that. Yep, that's how I feel. Guess what? I want to start over. That's here. What's coming towards you? The Emperor here is coming towards you. Somebody that's trying to take control of a situation. Because they're trying to protect something here with you. What would this person's... Ooh, right out. I replay our conversations over and over. That can be this here. Trying to learn from how something ended. Trying to learn from some kind of communication that took place. So many things remind me of you. What does this person want to say to pile 3? I lost myself for a little while. If that hasn't happened yet, I feel like it will. Okay. It changed its mind. I fear that you'll reject me. That's the Ace of Wands. I hope that you're happy for me. I feel so drawn to you. That's that Lover's energy. I miss being with you. I just lost myself for a little while. And I forgive you. This is like if you reject me, I forgive you. You know, kind of energy that's down here. This, I don't know, this person, what did this person do to you? What did this person do? What's going on here? Okay. I love it when I ask questions and that happens. You have a King of Cups in reverse at the bottom of the deck, so there may have been some sort of manipulation going on here. This person may have like emotionally manipulated you. They could have created some sort of fantasy here. This is like when they build up that big fantasy of how everything is, how everything's going to be, what it looks like, and then they rip the rug right out from underneath you. King of Cups in reverse. Unfortunately, he has the power to do that because he is in control of his emotional self. So they may have took control of you in some way emotionally, but I feel like now this may be somebody that's willing to take risk, whereas in the past maybe they didn't. So let's see. I just smelt hot sauce too, by the way. Like the hot sauce in the bottle. Pretty strong. Okay, so this is what they did to you, I guess. It all came out like this, so I don't know what's upright and not. Nine of Wands. Nine of Wands is like really testing your internal strength. Somebody that's really testing you internally. Like you've been through it, right? You have been through obstacles and trials, and you've made it through it. It's called the Wounded Warrior. You're literally the last one that's standing up, holding, you know, protecting that wall still, even though you're all banged up and bruised, right? You're still there. You're still in it. And as far as what they did to you, there's something here that was, I mean, extremely difficult. The Nine of Cups. That's that fantasy that I was talking about. The Four of Wands. And the Three of Pentacles. Wow. Oh. This person made it to where they gave you like an impression of something that you just couldn't pass up, right? They made you feel like this was everything that you've ever wanted. This was your wish, right? This could have been something to do with a home or stability or a union or a foundation or even marriage. But they made you want something, right? And the commitment is here as well. So they painted a good picture here and made you want this commitment, or made you really want something. Even though it was incredibly difficult for you, it was such a good picture. You wanted it either way, right? This is a lot of positivity. This is the emotional manipulation. This is what you feel. You feel like somebody here manipulated the circumstances and made you see an illusion. Why the Nine of Wands, though? What did this person do to you? Why is this Nine of Wands here? Oh, backwards. I almost picked up the Queen of Swords in reverse, but Libra energy. They may have, you know, made you feel vulnerable. Desperate, maybe. Put you in a vulnerable position, even though it was really hard for you. You still did it. You took a risk here. Why is the Nine of Wands here? Okay, King of Cups is still there. Now he's upright. Now's Judgment's here. It's like this person made you fall in love with them. You know, they created this picture of things. Okay, your King of Cups. Scorpio energy, by the way. Maybe I just needed to mention that. I'll just leave him out. And he's literally making her, you know, into a person there. Which is strange. Why is the Knight of Cups here? What did this person do to you? Five of Swords in reverse. There could have been someone else here. Look at that. Two people here in the background, and he's got those three swords. It's hurting. This person could have been with someone else, or Five of Swords in reverse. This could have been, there's some kind of betrayal here or something like that. I don't like the Five of Swords in reverse. I pointed this out the other day. It's a card of, you know, there being some kind of conflict or maybe loss, you know. They made you feel okay with something that I don't think that you were necessarily okay with, that you were struggling here with. This is about making amends or, you know, having some kind of resolution take place in something where there's something that's not right that's going on. This can be like reconciliation, or just coming to, you know, ending something and just moving forward. They could have promised you that. Maybe this wish that they were going to end something here. Maybe with someone else here and move forward towards you. Why is the Four of Wands here? You know what this person tempted you with was the idea of stability, safety, security, peace, harmony, a harmonious relationship. You have Temperance in reverse. Sagittarius energy. And there goes my throat. This is impatience. You know, this is a disharmony and this is a harmony. So it's like you're frustrated. Something never really happened. The idea of it was there. You know, what was needed was there, but it never really like came to fruition, I guess you could say. That piece that you were looking for. The Three of Pentacles. Or that you were promised even. You have the Moon here in reverse. Pisces, Cancer energy. This is the illusion. And this reading has struggled. What's the Moon? The Devil. The Three of Cups at the bottom of the deck. I solved my case. I'm leaving this here. I'm leaving it right there. This is what this person did to you. They attached, they made you believe something. They gave you some sort of, they made you attached to some sort of illusion of commitment. And I think that this is somehow or another, when it, like your idea or attachment towards this commitment has been, the mask has fell off here with this. There could have been outside interference, third party here. You have that Five of Wands with the Queen of Wands and the Star in reverse. So you may be in a, like, you lacked hope here in a situation because there was this Five of Wands competition. There could have been competition here with this Three of Cups in reverse. This is like disagreements and arguments here as well. You see these two are like that, but this person's here. So, and then there's your Three of Cups, and guess who's with that? Now that's pretty cool, right? Look at that. I mean, that is crazy. Look at that. How crazy. This person may have, there may have been third-party energy here. I'm just going to leave that there. Sagittarius, Aquarius. Okay. Let's see what this person, oh, we already did. Let's see what advice we can get you from this. I'm not going to look into future energies. I feel like I already did. The future's here, right? I feel like there's someone here that's, I feel like they're going to come back around. Sorry guys, I had to take a phone call. Okay. Somebody may be calling you or something like that. You escaped here from some sort of attachment to something. I'm very curious of what these. You know what? I want to see something real quick. Actually, let's see what the future. What's going to happen here? What's going to happen here with the future of this for pile 3? Yeah, someone's still figuring themselves out. So, what's the future of this for pile 3? Air sign. This could be someone still figuring out what they want, you know, with that Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius energy. Could be dealing with the air sign. What's the future hold here? Something could happen. Let's see. Right now we are in... Gosh, I'm horrible with dates. Right now we are in July, so... Next air energy would be Libra. Yes. September to October, something like that may be relevant. Libra is also, you know, represents Venus. They'll be back. So there you go. Expect to hear from them soon. Yeah, they get that phone call or message, right? And confession. Yeah, there's definitely somebody here that's you'll see again. They're wanting to confess something here to you in the future. Wonder what that is. Shall we take a peek? Why not? We've come this far. What is confession here in the future? What is this? What is confession here? The Sun in reverse. This person may confess that they've been depressed, or something, they confess to something they've been hiding here, with the Sun being in reverse. The 8 of Cups. And this, sorry, I know I just went on a long pause. Leo energy's there. The Lovers. This person may confess to being depressed about walking away from somebody or something. This is Gemini energy, by the way. This is the other Lovers in this card. And it's where it's not the true lovers. It's where he makes that tree into something. And unfortunately, it turns into someone that's in love with him. And that's what we talked about here with this person, you know. So they may confess to this, you know, after you walk away, that they may be disappointed here in how things, walking away from something or doing something. I don't know what this means to you guys. I don't know if that makes sense. Can you give me anything else with that, with this confession? And maybe whether or not they walked away from something. There's something maybe hidden there that you're not aware of. You got an ego card here. In that moment, I didn't care. This person may confess something here to you. It could be about someone else that they don't even really align with. This may be way down the line, okay? And it may not be for everybody either. What else can you tell me about that confession? I don't trust you. Yep. Something happened here that stole that trust right out of the scenario. And there's some kind of confession around this in some way. 10 of Pentacles is here. The Hanged Man. Someone's seeing a foundation of how something was being built in a different way. Like they're looking at it, making themselves look at maybe someone else's perspective in the future. That's why that air energy's here. This person needs to try to figure something out here. I do feel like this is somebody that may come back around. And they may confess something to you here. about not caring about you, or not caring about the situation in a moment that made a lack of trust, created a lack of trust, right? Unconditional love. Someone may have used you or took advantage of you in some way here. The love between you and your person is eternal. Nothing and no one can take it away from you. Take a leap of faith. Only when you're willing to step out of your comfort zone will you reap great reward and divine timing. That came out last in the other piles. Take back your power. Okay. Take back your power. I want to see one thing. One more thing, and then we'll get a postcard from Spirit to close, okay? You're giving someone control over how you feel. Your happiness should only depend on you. You may have been giving to this situation too much, like almost kind of starting to lose yourself here, especially if it was over someone or a situation that you didn't trust. I feel like in divine timing is going to be a big factor here, right? But it's just continuing to work on yourself, continuing to focus on yourself. That's how you can better the situation overall. Tell me more advice here about this. Okay. Travels here. I'm telling you, somebody may be traveling towards you. Maybe unexpectedly, because I just sneezed. They show up kind of unexpectedly. Let every aspect of this trip unfold in harmony. May divine order arrange and handle every detail. I'll be guided easily and follow the leads as they are shown. Someone's... Goodness. Someone, I feel, is feeling vulnerable here. In a situation that they feel like they don't have control in. And I think that it's a lesson that needs to be learned, because I think this person may be learning vulnerability. I think that they put you in a very vulnerable spot, and you can't get this person to see or understand that in whatever way. They're not acknowledging it. They may even be trying to defend their recklessness, but you are, and you're really starting to think about it's starting to make you think about your own worth and your value, and trying to make the best judgment call here for yourself with whatever this is. And when someone's not recognizing their own behavior, recognizing what they're doing, they're just going to continue to hurt you until they do, and who knows how long that's going to take. And sometimes it takes something to kind of get in the way of things, or maybe even walking away from something, to get someone to realize what it is that they really want. Sometimes you need that space, or that being able to have that clarity, take your power back, focus on yourself, and then kind of reevaluate where you are, right? All right. That being said, what do I get? Postcard from Spirit. Sorry, I know I got super quiet. What postcard do you have here for? Okay, we'll take that one then. Okay. Love your dreams. Dearest you. Over here, there is no mystery for us to unveil. As we know intimately how connected we all are, how the web of creation works, and how spirit is in every aspect of life, from invisible to visible. But it's impossible for sorry, I have to comprehend this next word. I have to Think about that, for a second, because I'm getting some messages coming through. But it's important for humans to comprehend the complexities of how things actually work, because the most important threads in the tapestry don't make sense in the dimensions that you live in. That said, can you feel the importance of these currents of energy that bring events together in miraculous ways? You can't understand with your mind, but you can know with your heart and soul. Trust that even though you don't know the how, the what, or the why, we do. Surrender to the mystery and have faith that the unseen world is watching you with loving eyes of spirit. Waves your life's mysterious and beautiful tapestry in glorious technicolor. Loving you so much, as always. Now, sometimes you just can't see how something's going to happen again. You just have to focus on taking your power back, focusing on yourself, getting to a good place within yourself. You can't fix someone or a situation, or you can't make someone see something. That's up to them to see it. And if they can't see your perspective, if they can't understand, or if they can't have empathy for you, you can't make them, right? The only thing you can do is take care of yourself, focus on yourself, and protect yourself in the situation. And then you have to just allow it to unfold the way that it's going to unfold. Something crazy could happen. But don't think this person, if there's someone here, is going to let you get very far. But, there's a lesson behind that, maybe for this person. So this is one of those situations. I don't like to say it, but timing is a factor here, how things are going to go. Especially if there's taking a risk or a leap in the balance. Okay. Here we go. You have a house here. Someone may be coming to your home, or this could have to do with feeling safe, The home is Cancer energy as well. You have a 6 here, so feeling safe in a relationship or healing. You have a 2 here, so making a decision. 8 is taking action, so 6226 could be important. Could be a date or something like that. February 6 could be important. I don't know why I feel like I need to say that, but there you go. 6 to 2. It could be. Or 2 to 6, right? If somebody shows up at your house around 2 to 6, would anybody just let me know? Because that'd be pretty cool. You have a pan here. Uh-oh. You got the Peter Pan on your hands? We have P-A-N-L-E-U-E. Wait, I already said E. Q and I. Lap. This person may do a lap. N-I-Q. Pain is here. Okay. Just needed to say that, I guess. All right, guys, I'm going to leave y'all here. So thanks so much for being here. Thanks for all your love and support and all your kindness. We do have lie in the bowl. Making a decision is the 2 as well. I don't know. Did I say that? I can't remember. Okay. All right. I'm going to stop myself. Thanks for being here. And thanks for all your love and support and your kindness. Of course, I hope this helps. Good luck, and I hope to see you soon. Hey, pile 4. So if you chose this card here, which says dissolve, release, identity, merge with source. Interesting. Okay, so this could have to do with you may be needing to dissolve through some self-limiting beliefs and kind of merge with the bigger picture, or merge with whatever it is that you believe in yourself. I feel like is maybe more controlling you at this time. And I think whatever's coming towards you could help you to dissolve that theory, dissolve that belief that you're telling about yourself, and merge with more of an understanding of the source of where that's coming from, and how it's not really your identity. It's just an experience maybe that you've experienced or went through that's attaching itself to you. That's, you know, you're seeing that filter through everything. This is something that I feel like is going to be dissolving. I think you're growing from this. I think you're becoming aware of this is helping you to grow or to blossom here. Okay. We are using, yeah, I just saw the world. So there's definitely some kind of chapter closing or some sort of cycle here, something here that you're learning here with the world being here. It's like learning that lesson, closing that chapter. Could be also elevating, you know, yourself in some sort of way. Okay. What is coming towards my pile? What is coming towards my pile fours? What is coming towards my pile fours? 4 swords in reverse. Okay. What is coming towards my pile fours? There's that world. There's some overthinking here around an ending or location or travel or change, something coming to a close. There is overthinking around this next chapter, right? Even there's some overthinking of the next chapter. You have another 4 here. So something to do with stability, security, foundation, holding on to something. The 4 of Pentacles in reverse is like, you know, perhaps not wanting to let go of something, or freeing yourself. So let's get some clarifiers. You have an Empress in the reverse. That's Taurus in Libra. There's a stuck or a fixed mindset that's here. That's what's dissolving. It's around someone. The Sun. Leo energy. Seeing someone clearly, or seeing a situation clearly. Death just popped up in reverse. This is like repeating a cycle. Or knowing something is, you know, don't want to repeat a cycle, or knowing something is not over, or death in reverse is like you're resisting some sort of change here, okay? You're holding on to and resisting some sort of change or mindset that you're dead set on, some sort of mindset. It may have something to do with your worth or value, or this Empress in reverse. There could be some kind of dependency here, or some smothering that's going on even. Okay. So why is the 4 of Swords in the reverse? What is coming towards pile 4? Oh, look. That's funny. Isn't that crazy? Scorpio energy, by the way. So the 4 of Swords in reverse is the Death in reverse. You're just I mean, this, you ain't going nowhere, are you? You are just sitting here going over this and over this and over this. What's the Death in reverse? The 5 of Torches, the conflict. You're just going over this and over this conflict. Or you're just repeating the same conflict, you know, over and over. It's like something's got to change here. But I don't feel like you understand or know how to do that. Why is the World? Now, hold on now. 8 of Cups wanted to show itself to me. So, walking away could be a part of this. But why is the World here in reverse? What's coming towards you? Yeah, Temperance in reverse. You're not happy with how things are ending, you know, or you're frustrated with the ending of something, or something not being over with, or the closure of something. There's still underlining energy here. It's like it's like walking out and finishing a movie, but being like, I don't think I like the way that ended. I don't agree with that. You ever watch a series? I'm not saying what series, but you ever watch a series and the end of it, it's like a big deal how it ended, like everybody's disappointed in the way that it ended, something like that is there. Sagittarius energy. Why is the Four of Pentacles here in reverse? Justice in reverse. So that's Libra energy. Sorry guys, I got to double check something. Yep, okay. Just making sure I got a package. Temperance in reverse. That might be something that's there with justice. Like you're wanting, like there's this idea of making sure about something before you let it go. You may be just standing your ground, or you just trying to put up some boundaries here, Why is the Empress here in reverse? Especially if somebody's like smothering you, putting up boundaries there. Seven of Pentacles. Somebody could be putting up boundaries with you when it comes to fairness or what's fair. It's like someone trying to free themselves from facing judgment or justice, facing karma in some way. So sorry. So sorry. The Seven of Pentacles here. That Empress that's in reverse. It's like not feeling like you can rely on someone in the long term. Like something doesn't, maybe like you're waiting for someone to change something. To nurture you or change, or waiting for something to grow. The Sun. Two of Pentacles. This is like being realized that you're faced with a choice here of what's going to make you happy. Interesting. Why is the Temperance in reverse? The Morning. This is like waking up in the morning and regretting things that you did. You know what I mean? That's what I'm seeing there. It's like in the morning you're going to wake up and you're not going to feel good about what happened. Something like that is there. Justice. The Five of Swords. There is conflict. There may have been some sort of betrayal here. There's boundaries. There's just something happened here where there was some sort of sneakiness or conflict, or somebody felt like they were losing, in the situation, and somebody was wanting to stand up for themselves or something like that. It's also like thinking about at what cost, like what are you losing here? At what cost is it to, defend something, or what are you going to lose sticking up for yourself? Something like that is there. Somebody may just be asking for justice, and it causing some sort of conflict here. Take it how it resonates. Why is the Seven of Pentacles? The Moon. This can be illusions around, fear of something in the long term, okay? So fear of investing in something, fear of wasting your time, fear of, something wasn't what you thought it was, all that kind of stuff is there. Fear stepping in, right, because of the conflict. Fear's like, is conflict there? It kind of peeks its head around the corner and says, is it the right time for me to come in and really get things stirred up, That's what the Moon does next to that Five of Swords. You start creating illusions. This is like when you start to get in a fight and you don't know up from down. Look at that. And 2, you have the cloud here and she's looking up to him and he's looking down. It may be something to do with making a choice in some kind of betrayal or pain that was caused with the 3 swords being down here and him holding the 2 swords there. You know, someone may have been up in their head here about making a decision or something like that. Someone could have been waiting for justice or waiting for something. Why is the 2 of Pentacles here? Oh. Oh, that's heavy. This is trying to avoid a disaster by taking responsibility here. Seeing things clearly that someone, there you want someone to, it's like making a choice to avoid some kind of disaster here. Like there needs to be a radical change or it's going to destroy this. That's what this is. Or can this be put back together, right, after a tower moment? Or can you let this go? Let this tower moment go. The 3 of Pentacles in reverse. There may have been a lack of commitment here, or someone's not willing to let something go. Lack of working together here is the way you may feel when it comes to healing, you know. Someone's not willing to prioritize that, or priority may have been a part of this as well. Like somebody wasn't making you a priority, a commitment. That could have been why the tower fell to begin with. Somebody wasn't committed here or making the right decision or the best decisions. This is clarity around this. This is like a decision that could have created some sort of chaos here and taking responsibility, but then like letting that go. Okay. What's going to happen here moving forward? This is a situation coming towards you. You have a King of Wands here. That's Leo energy in reverse. The 2 of Torches. The Emperor. You have a Divine Masculine here that doesn't know what decision to make. I don't know where you sit in this, but that 2 of Torches is... There's a Divine Masculine that's here. This, trying to take some kind of control here. Trying to maintain some sort of innocence here as well. You see how he's protecting the lamb? There's frustration around this. Whoa! The 8 of Pentacles just popped out in reverse. So there's like a break. This is like putting your mind towards other things, or taking a break here, or putting something on pause. Or someone. Well, hold on now. King of... Aries energy's there too. King of Torches in the reverse. The 9 of Swords. Someone... This is like seeing the light at the end of the tunnel, right? This is like wanting to make a impulsive or hasty decisions just so you can get out of this feeling of anxiety. That's what that looks like. 2 of Torches. The High Priestess. Going within to figure out which route to take. Why is that's Pisces energy there. The Emperor. The 8 of Torches in reverse. This is taking control of some sort of miscommunication, or slowing something down, delaying something, pulling back, right? The 8 of Torches in reverse. Taking control of a situation by pulling back. 8, 9, 10. You have your 10 of Wands there. That's this here. There's that 10 of Wands. It's 12:21, so you may be some mirroring going on here with this. Why is the 8 of Pentacles here? The Judgment in reverse. You're taking a step back or taking a break here to try to make a judgment call. I feel like you don't want to make the wrong decision. But this is a pullback. You're pulling back here. Trying to go within to figure out what decision to make here. You want to get out of your head. What's the Judgment? It's like making a decision whether or not you're wanting to work on something. Work something out. The 8 of Cups. Or walk away from it. Because there's an emotional attachment that's here. Right? It's needing to take a break to figure out whether or not you need to walk away from something. 8 of Cups. The Ace of Swords. Yeah, you're trying to figure this out. Trying to understand. I think you're trying to understand some emotions here as well. Like how you really feel. Why is the 8 of Torches? Why is the 8 of Torches in the reverse? The 3 of Swords. There's some sort of miscommunication or something around this 3 of Swords, which is, I mean, could be betrayal. 5 of Swords is here too. Outside interference that could be causing some miscommunication or distraction or influence in some way. This is something that hurts. Like it hurts to have to kind of pull back. To pull yourself away, right? This is like when something's going so good, it's just moving along and you're going and going. Like the 8 of Torches is something that's just moving forward, you know, quickly. And then 3 of Swords. Something painful happens, or it's painful to have to, for it to come to a halt, you know, in that way. It's like you're trying to, I feel like, or someone is here, is taking a step back to try to control getting hurt. Or this is an influence here with this delay that's taking place. Or pause. High Priestess. The Star. You're trying to figure out what it is that you want. You're trying to really, Aquarius energy. It's like you're at that path, right? And you're trying to really figure out what it is that I actually want here. What is my wish? What is my desire here in this? The 9 of Swords in the reverse. Yeah. There's a message that's here, Page of Pentacles, that frustrates you. King of Torches in reverse. Frustrating message that's here. It could be an apology for some of you. It's overwhelming. This is an energy that feels somewhat overwhelming. What's going on with that? The Hanged One in reverse. It's because you feel like this here, you feel like someone's not seeing your perspective or your point of view, right? And it's stewing, you know. Yeah, the 5 of Pentacles in the reverse. It's just like getting to a more positive place, right? Getting out of the cold here. Moving on past something where you feel not so great. It could be that someone's trying to explain a perspective, and why is the 5 of Pentacles here? You have all the 5s. How about Queen of Cups? Pisces, Cancer energy, and Scorpio. Could be dealing with the water sign. You also have Pisces there with the Hanged One in reverse. There's someone here that feels like they've been left out in the cold in some kind of way. And I don't know if this is you or someone else, but there's this feeling of feeling left out in the cold. And not seeing a different side to this in some way. See, I can't get over this, how she's looking at this cup. And it's empty. And she's like, where is the love? What is going on here? There's nothing left there. You may feel like you don't have anything left to give to the situation, or someone feels like they've kind of reached that breaking point, or they're having a hard time kind of turning things around here, or you're having a hard time turning things around. There's a different perspective. Someone's trying to get you to see their perspective here of this in some way, or you are, and there's an inability to be able to do that because there's some unachievable expectations that you may be asking of someone else, or someone's asking of you. I'm going to have to get some different cards for that because that's strong. Yeah, the Ace of Torches. There's that King of Cups and Ten of Pentacles. I mean, Three of Torches. There's a waiting period. You may be waiting to have something solid, or to have a solid idea, or to maybe become more emotionally stable about this situation here. Or you have a solid plan even. Or you just have patience or courage. You may have to step away in order to gain patience even. Ace of Cups. Nine of Pentacles. There is most definitely some love here. I don't feel like you're going anywhere, you know? Or I don't feel like this person's going anywhere. But there's a need for whether or not you can have patience or strength. Strength here is like she has to have patience with the lion in order to tame the lion. Okay. So let's get some detail with that. Let's see what this person would say to you real quick. I didn't plan on doing these in every reading, but I mean, if you're asking what's coming toward you, obviously, you know, sometimes that involves someone else. So all these readings are actually kind of similar, and when that happen in that way, it can be that there's just different angles or perspectives about one overall story. So that someone pointed that out to me one day, and that is the case. I do feel like sometimes in the collective there's a similar energy that's like flowing through, and we're all kind of experiencing something in different, there may be different details and different situations, but the understanding, the lessons, the concept of everything is starting to kind of all make sense in a particular way, right? Okay, so there's some shifts I feel like that are taking place. Let's move this card over here so y'all can see it. Because this is all about dissolve, right? I think you may be trying to release or understand someone, right? What would this person say to you? Okay, well. I pretend that I don't care. Integrity. Does the situation align with your morals and values? This person may pretend like they don't care about some things that they do care about. Maybe to keep the peace. I wondered how far this would go. They may have had a lot of doubts here in this. And I'm in a committed relationship. I mean, they could be wondering how far this commitment would go or would have went. Maybe they didn't feel like it was going to get very far because it wasn't maybe aligning with their morals or their values in some way. I left before you could leave me. This person may have felt like you were going to abandon them or walk away. So to prevent that, they may have walked away first. What would this person say to you if they could say anything? I feel so drawn to you. It's time for me to heal now. That's definitely there. I daydream. Look at that. I daydream about a life with you. I'm in a committed relationship. I mean, the energy, the potential for that's there. But the fear, the moon kind of gets in the way of everything. Whoop, 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 whoop. Now, hold on. I don't know what to say. These all kind of flew out. I'm not coming back. And I feel sexual tension. This person I feel like may be very drawn or very attracted to you. I look for you everywhere. They may be waiting on you. I lied to you in reverse. That might mean something to somebody. Maybe you think this person lied when they didn't. I still feel the pain. They may still feel the pain from a lie. But I feel like this is saying I didn't lie about something, right? But I look for you everywhere. It's like you're waiting to hear from somebody. That's that kind of energy. Or you're just wanting to know what this person's up to, or what are they doing, or oh, that's them, you know. Oh, is that, you know, that kind of thing is there. I left you before you could leave me. I don't know what to say. I'm not coming back, and I feel the sexual tension. I think this person's trying to like stand their ground in some way, because I'm not coming back. But I mean, that's a shadow card as well. So there's some. It has to do with their pride or their ego in some sense. Like, I don't know what to say. I left before you could leave me. But there's definitely tension here with that. You have the Hermit in reverse. This person's like coming in the Three of Cups in reverse. They're coming out of some kind of introspection around the connection and parting ways, or the detachment. Maybe you were detaching here from this person with this Three of Cups in reverse. Maybe they're trying to figure out why that is. You have the Page of Torches here in reverse. My stomach's growling again, guys. It's the Knight of Torches in reverse. I'm sorry. There's some reckless behavior here, or someone that was impulsive. Okay, let's see what the future holds, okay? Interesting. Let's see what the future holds. One more. What does the future hold here with this? Ooh, okay. Someone's expecting. Now, maybe for some of you, probably not everybody, but I'm just saying that's here, obviously. But this can represent birthing something new. So something new coming into fruition, right? What's going to happen with this in the future? Some new information, something new, a new beginning. Guardian is here. There's someone, or maybe somebody's wanting to protect a new beginning here. This could be somebody wanting to protect an opportunity. You have an earth sign here, so this is about grounding something. And it could be that you're dealing with here with the Taurus, a Virgo, or Capricorn, but that would definitely be that protective energy there, right? Also that motherly type energy that's there as well. Give it time. Time today is relevant. Give it time. Everything in divine timing, let things flow. Distance is here. So maybe the distance is important. It says you and your partner may be physically or emotionally distant in cycles. This could be, you know, a cycle coming to a close here. Maybe the distance needs to come to a close, whether that's emotional or physical. Something I feel like is ending and a new beginning is going to start here in the future. There's some kind of cycle that's going to come to an end. And it could be just the distance, some kind of distance between the two of you, or it could be physical. I know I keep repeating this, but there's something to do with emotional distance that's here, that's coming to a close in some way. Or expect like some sort of new beginning here. Someone wanting to protect an opportunity here and wanting to make something solid here. But it needs time. Everything in divine timing. Let it flow. And this is impatience as well. The strength in reverse. And my stomach is awful. I mean, it's just so loud. I don't know if y'all can hear it, but my gosh, it was reading in my last, or growling in my last reading. There is some longing here, right? Hunger here for this connection, I feel like. I mean, the sexual attention that's over here. What advice do you have for Paul for reconciliation? Well, I mean, that's just right off the bat, right there, didn't it? Someone from your past will be returning into your life. You have, there it is again, that magnetic attraction. This is very strong pull and intensity that draws you towards this person. That's why somebody's like wanting to protect this, right? And then you have put yourself first. Loving yourself makes you more romantically attractive. Okay. A few cards just came out together. We have free yourself, okay? Give it time to free yourself here. You don't need to be in control of everything for the love relationship to be successful. So that's maybe a lesson behind that. Keep the door open here. Be so focused on don't be so focused on the closed door that you don't see the one which is open in front of you. So it could be reconciliation or a new opportunity here. And open yourself up to others. This is how you will create relationships and attract a love relationship. Guys, when you focus on yourself, when you're focusing on yourself, you are freeing yourself in a way, because all the time and energy that you have, you're putting into yourself when there's something else that's not in alignment with you at this time, not coming together with you like it should. There's a reason for that. There's always a reason for that. If you continue to go through cycles here, something needs to come to a close with that. And sometimes that distance helps create that understanding, right? So focusing on yourself is so super important, and divine timing is here. I think this has come out in every pile. Be patient with while things are unfolding. This connection is worth the wait. So just talked about all that. I hate saying to wait on anything, but I can't help but what comes out in the cards. Let's get a postcard from Spirit. And what else do I want? I want one more thing. I'm going to do this one. I just saw 3333 on the timer, which is all about growth and expansion, healing, lessons, learning. It is the third house, which is about communication. So learning to communicate. Learning to communicate so that you can grow and learn that lesson and move forward, right? What advice do you have? Be honest with yourself. Yeah, it takes being honest with yourself. That's what needs to change. All your feelings, even the difficult ones, have a message for you. Accept the truth and let the source take it from there. Number 5 is something changing, right? We have 17, so there's a wish, a star that's here. It's time to play. You're working too hard and worrying about everything. Seek out joyous experiences to bring balance into your life. Okay, let's get a postcard from Spirit. Postcard from Spirit, please. Whoop. Okay. Celebrate life. So there's that let's play kind of energy here again. Dearest you, we need you to know that you can change things miraculously for you and everyone and make things right. It's never too late. Forgiveness is about releasing yourself from the burden of an old story, one in which that you are a victim of someone else's actions or your own. You don't need to carry this around. You can set yourself free. So being honest with yourself could be being honest with yourself about maybe how you showed up in something, maybe how you need to release some kind of burden that you've been holding on to of a story that you're telling yourself. Maybe where you were the victim, or you were the victim of your own self. Like maybe you sabotaged something, or something is weighing on you in that aspect. And you just need to be honest with yourself here about whatever that is. Even if it's you didn't make the right decision about something, or that's coming back around, or something like that. But this is about letting go of that burden and freeing yourself by being honest with yourself about that. And then moving forward, making better decisions moving forward. Even advocating for good, because this experience requires your forgiveness to be effective. Forgiveness is never about condoning things that were done. It's about letting yourself off the hook from carrying that burden. Resentment and hurt are like viruses that spread to others. And that is the opposite of what you really desire, right? Imagine what your life would look like without the burdens that you carry when you do not forgive. Sometimes when we can't forgive ourselves for things, we put those influences or those burdens on others by blaming others. We have a hard time, not everybody's story, but just take it how it fits. Sometimes we have a hard time looking at where we fell short, and if we can't look at our mistakes, we won't find our mistakes. We can't accept ourselves to the fullest, And I feel like there's a call here to do this so that you can let yourself off the hook here, so that you're not holding on to some kind of resentment, or you're blaming others, or pushing other circumstances, or defending, having that need to defend something in some kind of way. You can defend like reckless behavior here. You can defend reckless behavior, but at the end of the day, you still, it still happened. It still was there. It still took place. That kind of thing is there. And you have to be honest with yourself about that. That kind of is judgment in a way. It doesn't mean that, you're forgiving someone or a situation saying that it was right. It's just, it's not condoning the things that were done, like it says. It's about letting yourself off the hook from carrying that burden. Okay. We feel really defensive about the things that make us feel ways that are uncomfortable, like shame, guilt, how you may have reacted to something, a display of like you could have done things way better, you know what I mean? Like stuff like that. We hold on to all these feelings, and then resentments and hurts come up, and you could hurt someone else just because you're in this defensive energy. So, again, free yourself here. Okay, I'm going to lay off of it. Let's get some initials. Okay. Let's see. Nope. Oh, cool. We'll just take all those. Why not? And you have the purple here, which I have all this purple. I don't know. I just went with purple today. And it's an amethyst. So there's something to do with listening to your higher self, understanding something clearly. When you're not understanding something clearly, or you're you're upset or something like that, obviously it goes to without being said, but you can be more in a place where you make poor decisions. So if you were, maybe if you were depressed, or if you were in a certain kind of way, it's not saying that, I don't know, I feel like for some of you feel like you're getting the finger here, not that finger. like you're getting, somebody's pointing the finger here at you. And we had a reading a while back about that, if you feel like you're being criticized about something. So that, I don't know, that's coming up here. And it has more to do with what you're holding on to. And you're not seeing the situation in its entirely clearly, because it's being filtered through that shame or that guilt or that burden, Okay. Anyway, I feel like I just repeated myself. Sax is here too as well, by the way. So that might be something that's there in some way that might be relevant. You have being at a crossroads here. You have an S, an H, a D, a B, an E, an R, a C, a N, a T, and a G. Bree is in the bowl. B-R-E right there. Bet. Doctor's here. Okay. I feel like I'm missing something. I don't know what it is. For some reason, when I'm looking at this, I just feel like I'm missing something. You may feel like there's a name here, but it's just missing one letter or something like that. Ooh, let's play a game. Let me see if I can pick it. And if I do, will y'all let me know? Let's see. Oh no, I got a charm. Scorpio energy. Okay, so maybe that's what you needed to know. Somebody needed to see that. So there you go. There it is. Alright guys, I guess I'm going to hold this up now. Rent is right there as well. Alright guys, so thanks for being here. Thanks for all your love and all your support and all your kindness. Of course, we have bed here as well. This is about transformation too. Decisions are a choice to transform or change something. Okay, so thanks for being here. Thanks for all your love and support. I hope this helps. Good luck, and I hope to see you soon.